Hey guys, welcome to our review of Attack on Titan episode 42. I'm your host, Makotoa, and today we have with me...
The Cinder Blaze.
Hey, how's it going? We just finished watching this episode. I saw it twice because it was that good. At least to me. We're getting places now. We really are. I think that they had me fooled a couple of times. The first one I would say is I actually thought that he was gonna get hung. Honestly, Erwin, I thought he was gonna be like, he put Sanji or whatever Sanjez in
Hanji.
Hanji.
Yeah.
I mixed two people's names. Put her in charge like last episode just in case, or it was the episode before that potentially. But like, it could have gone either way. And they had the gallows getting constructed this episode just ready for him. Like I didn't see anything able to like stop it, to be honest. But the way that this episode orchestrated everything, even down to that the lady jumping in and being like, Walrose has been invaded, the colossal titan and everything, like all that. I was fooled. I was genuinely fooled.
Yeah. Like in hindsight, you'd think that maybe they would have heard the walls being destroyed because they're just those, giant structures. But I, yeah, they got me on board the entire time. I was kind of like actually believing that this would be Erwin's kind of noble sacrifice and kind of lead into the next arc for the scout regiment.
Mm-hmm.
But like in a way, it wouldn't, like, now that I'm like looking back on it, like if he dies there, it wouldn't really be like them kind of turning a new leaf, right? Because they've already kind of been in this kind of like ostracized, they're like already being hunted down and all that type of stuff. So for him to kind of like coordinate with the rest of the military commanders to kind of orchestrate this coup, I didn't expect that to actually happen. I didn't expect it to work, honestly.
Yeah.
Because you would think that like the higher ups in the government would be like so kind of like well protected. But apparently they had their military police off doing like their other dirty work.
That's the thing. No. I was gonna say during the episode when we were watching it, the military police are off hunting down the scouts. That's the thing. So it actually really lines up well. The whole place is just hunting them down. So I mean, we two of them got captured already, right? Like, by our squad. And I mean, like, I'm glad that Armin doesn't have to feel like he's a criminal anymore. Because I remember that
probably
episode.
Still does.
He probably still does. Yeah, he probably still does. But like it, they're back as acceptable, humans in society. At least this society, and who knows for how long. At this rate, we could talk about some other nuanced stuff, but I just think that there was a lot going on. There were many different cogs to this plan, and I think even Hana or
Hanji
said it well when she was talking to Levi that this wouldn't have worked if there so many different people didn't make the right choice along the way. So I really like all the way down to that one dude who he was like a commander for the interior police, and he was kind of torn on what to do, and then like he said it himself. He's like, I'm not going to try and block Walrose from letting the people in.
Yeah, and like they had to like put them in a situation where kind of like putting this display like what the upper government was actually planning on doing with humanity. Like overall, you kind of like expected that they're doing everything for the overall good of humanity. Mm-hmm. Even Erwin was saying that after they threw the coup. He's like, I'm not even sure if my decision was right, because maybe like whatever they were planning the entire time would have at least made like humanity still alive. Like what if our actions caused like the complete
extinction? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard in his conscience, and that other guy's like, well, your job hasn't gotten any easier, has it? Might be simpler for you to just die. It's good stuff all around. I think one of the biggest things that I was so fooled by was our incredibly menacing king just sitting there with that gazing, piercing stare this whole time, but he was straight up asleep, apparently. Like, is it lunchtime? Like, oh my god. That's incredible. That got me.
Yeah, like
That got me
there was
almost.
like a yeah, there was like a mystery to his character as
Mm-hmm.
well. It's like if he's the fake king, then who is he really?
Yeah,
And
is
it's
he
just
like a
some
Titan
old
or something?
truth that they just kind of stuffed up there.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's incredible. Ugh. And yeah, I don't mean like they even got the printing press people to like spread the news like wildfire, which helps with the whole. Well, what about the people? They'll follow the king's orders. They'll revolt against you and all that jazz. Like everything said, like really well done. I don't know. Like I just really like this episode a lot. Towards the end though, we finally got some snippets of what's going on with Aaron. And I think leading into that, we had some backstory on the Race family, right? Like how
The
apparently they
Reese,
all got wiped out. The
Reese, like
Reese,
Reese's Pieces,
like
the
Reese's.
Reese family.
Like I mean, they were probably eating like Reese's Pieces to be honest, because that's what it seems like. It really happened. Somebody was a Titan in there. Somebody was, and I get the feeling that they weren't praying. One of them was cannibalizing someone else. I'm gonna call it now because remember in the previous ending we had for season 2, like there were
Yeah,
kids and like an altar and they were being like forced to eat something that was probably a human. And I mean we've already got it confirmed that if you eat a Titan shifter, you'll inherit their powers. So who knows? Like they've hinted to bloodline stuff now with the Reese family, and
yeah.
like, even that like question that Armin posed, which I kind of doubt honestly that Aaron ate somebody and then somehow forgot. Like I think it was different
Well,
for
no, we
him.
know what happened to
Yeah,
him, but Armin doesn't. But it
Aaron
just
does.
kind of like
Who did
introduces
who
like
did
a
Aaron eat? Aaron was a cannibal this whole time. No, like
yeah, like introduces like a little like interesting dynamic because like what was that thing that was injected and like what does it have to
right.
do with all the stuff that we've learned before about like the transfer of Titan powers? Like, is
Yeah.
that like some kind of like Reese like blood concoction?
And
Like kind of mix it in with his.
remember before an episode or two ago, I think Mikasa was overhearing a conversation, and the last name Ackerman was mentioned, and I don't remember who it was they were referring to. But they were whoever they were. It was somebody in I think it might have been somebody in charge or something in like the military. I don't or like a family in the I can't. It's
I think
I
it
don't know.
was like
Do you?
Levi.
Yeah,
They
Levi
referred to
mentioned it.
Levi as Ackerman.
Who?
I'm pretty sure like Levi is an Ackerman as well. They just like they talked about it like a little bit in like the previous season maybe, but I don't know. I
I don't
think they
remember. I
really
just know that like Mikasa's face lit up and she was like, "What?" And she's just kind of quietly contemplating this to herself. What does this mean? And I'm sure that's gonna come back later. But I mean, like all the secrets with these characters, who knows who's who? There's still
yeah,
more to
and
dig up.
apparently we're gonna learn a little bit more about the unforgivable thing that Aaron's father did.
Right.
So like he
Oh
shows up
man, he
next
finally
episode,
shows up 41
and
episodes later.
we
Wow.
also got like I think two character introductions. One was like a lot earlier, doesn't really relate to this, but it's like Premier Zachary, and
Oh
he
yeah.
might have a role later on, but I don't think it's too relevant in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
What's her face? Historia's elder sister or
Yeah.
half
I get
sister.
like because she showed up and she was alive. Either that or she was a figment of Aaron's imagination because he woke up almost as if like he was dreaming about her. But unless he's a race and he's Historia's brother and he ate someone on that altar and it was her sister. His I have no idea, bro. Like this is crazy. Honestly, like
I don't. I'm pretty sure Aaron would remember him eating someone.
could
So
be, yeah. It's just oh my gosh. But she seems like was she
I feel
alive?
like
Was she dead?
her sister is like the link between her and Aaron, or her and Aaron's father.
Yeah.
Because like she was the one that was kind of like the one that everyone kind of knew, the one that was like friends with everyone. So maybe she had connections with Aaron's father, and like that's how we got like the race blood or serum or the Titan
Another
serum, whatever.
illegitimate child, maybe. Like, yeah. Oh
Who knows?
goodness, this is very intriguing. Like, Aaron's chained up in this underground crystal chasm or whatever. Like, oh man,
Yeah.
this is getting interesting.
That's one thing I really love about the series. Once we solve some mysteries, we got plenty more coming.
Yeah. All right, final thoughts. We good?
I'm good.
Yeah. Okay, guys, what did you think of this episode? Give us a comment below. Let us know, and then if you like the episode or talk about the episode, give us a like. If you want to see more from us each week, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell if you want to actually get the notifications potentially. Until next time, see you guys.
See ya. Keep it juicy.
Right.
I wonder what should be the thumbnail. I just randomly paused during this time because I was just reviewing the episode. Looks kind of funny. Oh. I guess that one scene when Aaron's like in the ice castle.